Now, I've been asked here today to provide a video documentary, a vid-doc, if you will, to document the most recent incidents that we've had, incident 003A through incident 00XBC. These have been incidents that we've had with the new technology, specifically with the field generator device, the Hatsingi fold, the Manifold Generator. Okay, so this device is a device that we've created at the Institute here. And this device allows us to manipulate the folds of the space-time continuum. Okay, and this is something akin to what Hari Seldon has done in the great works of his foundation that he has started many years ahead in the future, of course, on this timeline. We know Asimov, having been able to see ahead as a dreamer, was able to write about some of these things, rightfully so, in the holy works of the foundation, of course, the second foundation and empire. All of these works have helped show us, and for all of us scientists that have been able to start working in the field, it has become very apparent to us as we started to work with things like the Higgs boson and the quantum generator device that actually will go through and do the manifolds for the manifold generator. It became very obvious that the works that are being described in the foundation book, as we go through and we learn about the spaces technology and how that the drives work, not by manipulating space-time in some sort of ahead of light speed engine like a Star Wars or a hyperspace. No, but it actually, what it does is it actually warps the gravitational field around the device, and the device can then glide through space-time as though it was simply falling. And then it's not so much that the spaceship is moving through space at a rate close to the speed of light. No, it's nothing like that at all. In fact, it's almost like the spaceship is remaining stationary, and the space-time continuum is actually folding around it through the different manifolds that we have been able to provide, where we start to fold reality and space-time into the manifolds that allow us to do this greater, what was perceived to be greater than light speed travel, but what is really just taking advantage of a unique quirk of the space-time continuum. Now, what we do know for sure, because of the block universe, is that when you start to think of these things and what you can actually do, as you start to realize the quantum possibilities around you are coalescing into the most likely predetermined state, what you actually, as you start to realize that time is not so much a linear structure, but it is something much, much more greater than that, with it more like everything everywhere all at once, where everything is happening, every possible combination of how the light can arrange itself into different particles, as we know, it both being a particle and light being an energy. It's quite a paradox, you might say to yourself, but it really is just the way that the so-called what we see as matter is arranging itself at what we see at that particular moment at what we would call space-time in the block universe. So, for example, we know that the essence that we have and what we are calling the matter that is making up the current, what we would call the matter that creates the system of body that our consciousness interfaces with. We know, obviously, that existing in the block universe, it's existing at one point in time. Now, this point in time that we're talking about right now, where I'm actually speaking, is what is being perceived as the present moment. Now, but there isn't necessarily one present moment. There's all these different moments, and they're all happening for what feels like the perceiver, as we're agreeing upon what the time, what that shared experience time is. It's right. It's now. That's what we're saying is now. It's not. It's not later. It's not before. It's now. We're all agreeing that it's now in our shared collective agreement of what is happening within the energy fields. And so, what is happening when you really start to be able to tap into that, and you realize the illusion of space time in the block universe is you can actually feel yourself at different moments in the space time, and you can actually feel yourself from the future starting to pull the present you, which would of course become the past you, in this sort of chicken meets egg kind of. You can feel the way that the future you is influencing the current you through what we only see as the current. And again, it's a little bit more complicated than that when you get into the science of it, because really it's everything happening everywhere at once, and it's just the present moment that we are agreeing on is what how we're feeling the experience in that moment. And then as the moment progresses, you still have a new moment of experience as the matter has now arranged itself into a slightly different configuration. Now, all of this is very, very complex, and that is to say that what I really wanted to get out with this video is that the Manifold Engine is something that we are very excited about, because we just got the word from our CTO that she has completed her assignment. Now, I'll tell you one thing for sure: as you feel the future you pulling the past you into the current moment, you need to relish in that success, because we knew that this moment was coming, and we knew, because it has already happened in the future, that it was going to happen, and we didn't question it for a second in once we had come to see the full picture. Now, I'm going to recommend, before I end this video, Doc, we're going to do another talk about this as we spin up the next video, Doc. Please, any questions that you have, you can link them down below, and we will get into them. I'd like to answer at least a few of the viewers' questions beforehand. And what I would like to say before we do that is a required reading for the course is, of course, going to be Isaac Asimov's Foundation, the Foundation novels. Now, what I'm actually holding here is the second Foundation. That's not the one that the first one you're going to want to read, of course, is going to be just Foundation. And I'm not talking about Foundation and Empire, which is actually, I believe this one is the second one, because the second Foundation, I think, is the third one. I could be wrong on that. I don't know what the order is. Check the description below for what the first novel is going to be for the course. This is going to be required reading, because the concepts that we're going to be talking about heavily interact with the works of psychohistory and with the works of the great Hari Seldon. And again, as we know, Asimov being a dreamer, these events have actually coalesced in a reality, and it might not even be a reality of which we get to experience if the matter doesn't arrange itself in such a way where we get the first-hand accounts. But it does seem to at least appear to be arranging itself in a way where we're able to, at the very least, see the events transpire. And again, that's already been brought into this physical locality through the works of Asimov, which is a very big sign. It's actually a really great thing to see. And so that is what we're going to talk about on the next lesson. Please, lovies, follow and subscribe to the channel. This is going to be a great series, and it's just really something I'm excited to talk about. And I'm really excited to see what all of you might think as well. Again, we love to see it. Smash that like button. If you're on mobile, give us a hype. And please do not pay attention to the face filter I have where my eye makeup is twerking out with the eyes. Don't pay any matter to that. It doesn't really matter when my eyebrow it's a superposition, very much like the electrons. Do you understand? So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do cheers to that, lovies. Cheers, love. The config file is here. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Stay tuned for more mobile content, another wacky fucking goddamn occult weird eyebrow fucking fuckery it's the fucking shit show at the fuck factory. and buckle up, fuckaroo. This is that's about it. See ya.